Hello and welcome again to Villery Feast, where we're cooking chicken katsu curry. This one is another special request from Evie. She's wanted to make it for her friends, so here for you. Right, as always, the ingredients and recipe are in the description. We've got some spices. This isn't a very hot dish. You will need some nice oyster sauce. The chicken we're using, we've cut in half just to make it a bit thinner so it cooks more quickly. And we're using Panko breadcrumbs. You can use any breadcrumbs you want, just try and let them go a little bit more stale so they're crispy. Right, first to bread the chicken. So now we're just a bit of flour, that helps the egg stick to the chicken breast, and then it'll go into the breadcrumbs to cover them with a lovely crunchy coating. You can substitute this recipe for other sort of whiter meats like pork, and that would be an alternative. Very much like a Wiener Schnitzel or scallopina milanese. And repeat this for all the chicken breasts, and we have lovely, beautiful chicken breasts. So we're now going to make the sauce, just a light sort of tomato sauce that will go over the chicken. So there's in goes the sugar, some Worcestershire sauce, then the oyster sauce, and then finally tomato ketchup, which of course has that sweetness and that very concentrated tomato flavour. You'd be amazed at how many different recipes require or actually a benefit from tomato ketchup. The recipes, yes, but on the plate again afterwards, probably not. Right, now nice hot oil, in go the onions, start moving those around, and some garlic. Now probably best to throw some on the cooker itself. This is probably garlic that isn't quite dead, but that's actually the good garlic. You want to make sure that goes in. Just into the hot oil and just a couple of minutes just to turn the onions translucent. When you're happy with those, in goes some chopped and diced carrot. We're going to mix those together and leave those to cook, and the carrot, actually the sugars in it start to caramelize, so you get that sweetness coming out of it. Ten minutes later, and we'll start to add some of the other ingredients. So in goes the flour and some curry powder. This turns the oil and the butter into a bit of a roux, and then we're going to add some chicken stock. Here we use a bouillon. It's a bouillon powder that we add water to. You can use any stock cube, or even if you want to make fresh stock. Just adding it in slowly, it starts to incorporate, making a nice smooth sauce. And then in goes the soy sauce and the honey. Nice runny honey, but local runny honey. Mix all that together and then just leave to cook. Right, back into some really, really hot oil, and then we fry off the chicken. So very gently placing it in the pan. You drop it into the pan, of course it'll jump up in the oil and splash out, and boiling hot oil will be everywhere, which is not a good thing. And we just turn after a bit so it fries evenly on both sides. Here again is why the thin chicken was better for cooking. And make sure that it's cooked right the way through. Beautiful golden colour on the chicken. So then take the chicken and just slice it nicely. This also you can check to make sure it's cooked. If you really want to be posh, you can cut it at a complete angle and end up with what the Americans call on the bias. But here we'll just cut it into smaller strips. These are obviously easier to eat with chopsticks, but also allows us to check that it's been cooked through. So with some rice, some of the tonkatsu sauce on the chicken, and then the curry over the rice. Important to film yourself doing this so you can post a selfie onto Instagram later. Chicken katsu with curry. Enjoy.